That's Tony Hancock in.
Hancock's half-hour.
I've got you down as an animal lover, Sid. Am I correct? Yep. Pork, beef, mutton. I love them all. I was thinking more of living one, Sid. Have you ever had a pet? My uncle had a pet rabbit once. And you were fond of it, and it followed you everywhere, even to school, didn't it, Sid? I hated it. Furry, tickly, and with that silly button nose. So, it's the fur you don't like. What about hippos? They don't have fur, do they? So I'm led to believe. No, they're ugly brutes. Enormous, great big mouths like my Auntie Doris. I liked Auntie Doris. Unfortunately, Sid, that's your next job. What? My Aunt Dolly? She's dead. Oh, we're more concerned with the living, Sid. A local man's been keeping a dangerous animal for a pet, and we've got to take him to court and stop him. Oh, bother, that should be easy. I've taken loads of people to court. So it's the dangerous animal that's got to go to court, Sid. It's an hippo. You've got to take him to court. What sort of animal are we talking about? You don't take dogs and cats to court, do you? I'm not very good with animals. I've just told you. You have to take them to court now, Sid. US court has decided that hippos are people too. You can come along, in case the animal's hungry. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not a packed lunch, you know. So, this is the upper reaches of the Thames, is it? I didn't know there were hippos in the Thames. Well, that's what the guidebook says, Sid. The rich have started to keep them as pets. It used to be big cats, lions and tigers. Now it's hippos. I don't know. What will they do next? Go into space, probably. So, where's this geezer with the hippo live then, Hancock? Owner of the hippo lives round the next bend in Wisteria Cottage, Sid.
Good morning. We don't get many strangers up here. You come to see the hippo?
As a matter of fact, we are.
Well, I haven't got one.
But we've come all this way.
It's alright, I'm only joking.
To whom am I conversing?
I'm Mr. Marsbar. People think it's Escobar, but it's not.
So, what's the hippo called, Mr. Marsbar?
Hippo.
Yes, the hippo. What's it called?
Hippo.
Very imaginative. Well, I suppose it makes sense. You've only got the one, I take it.
I used to have half a dozen, but there's just one left. It's not for sale. They're very expensive, not like a dog or a cat. They eat 29 watermelons a day. You can't take them for walks. They have to poo in the bathroom.
So, what happened to all the other hippos then?
George ate them all.
Who's George? You're not trying to tell me your hippo is a cannibal, are you?
George is the gardener. Now I've only got the one.
I'm sorry, but in case of mix-ups, Mr. Marsbar, you're going to have to give your hippo a name.
Oh, very well. You can call him George.
I thought you were trying to avoid confusion. I thought George was the gardener.
No, you're not following it. The hippo ate the gardener. I haven't got a gardener anymore.
Whether he's called George or not, your hippo is dangerous. You do know that your life could be in danger, do you, Mr. Marsbar?
Don't worry, we get along all right. I feed him 3 times a day, although he has had me fingers off twice, and an arm and a leg. There were only little nips. He was being friendly. He's like a big puppy.
So how on earth do you get around, Mr. Marsbar?
I've got robotic limbs. They are artificially intelligent. That's how I crept up behind you without you hearing me.
I'm afraid, Mr. Marsbar, I'm going to have to read you your rights. Under the Wild Animals Act of 1969, you are going to have to bring George to court next Monday, where Judge See-Through will hear your case and decide what to do with him.
Oh no, he won't like that.
I'm afraid George is just going to have to put up with it, Mr. Marsbar.
Not George, Judge See-Through. He'll probably get attacked. I can't do anything with him if he gets in a mood.
The law's the law. George the hippo's got a summons, and neither of you have got a choice.
Be on the safe side. Make sure it's in the morning. George gets a bit peckish around tea time. Wait there, I'll tell him. One of you couldn't spare a moan, could you?
Not a chance, mate.
I'm looking forward to Christmas, Usher. Have you got anything nice for me?
I thought about getting you a gavel, Your Honour.
Hush, tush, Usher. Not another gavel. How about a new wig this year, just for a change?
I don't think I can afford a whole wig, Your Honour. I don't get paid very much.
Did I or did I not get you a game of Beat the Judge at last year's present?
Yes, Your Honour. I'm sorry, Your Honour. I won't do it again. If I might be so bold, Your Honour, we have another session. There's a George Hippo up next, and a Mr. Marsbar for the defence, and Hancock's heroes for the prosecution, with somebody called Mr. Boss.
Not Hancock again. Is he still alive? Oh dear, I can feel my mental health deteriorating as I speak.
Oh, Mr. Wayne Marsbar.
Good morning. It's nice in here. I always wanted to pop in and have a nose around. What do you do here?
Administer the law, but feel free to pop in, but you have to have committed a crime first. Have you by any chance?
I'm not going to tell you.
I'm sorry to have to disinform you, Mr. Marsbar, but you do have to tell the truth here. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. I understand that you live with a friend who is dangerous and who has been terrorizing the community, and the court has been asked to stop him.
Oh, he's not really dangerous. You like him. I think you're a nice man. You've got a kind face.
I regret to inform you, Mr. Marsbar, I am not a nice man. But it is not me on trial here. Who is this dangerous man, Mr. Marsbar? Would you identify him to the court this minute?
He's not in here yet. His name's George Hippo. I think he's out the back having a watermelon. He likes to eat them whole. He's a greedy chap. They're like skulls. They go crunch, crunch, crunch.
Usher, please ask George Hippo if he would kindly put his melon aside just for a moment so he can visit the flaming court.
I'm afraid I can't ask him or get him to do anything, Your Honour.
Why, in heaven's name not?
Because George is a hippo.
Yes, Usher, I know. George Hippo, to be precise. Well, no, wait, yes, can I be of assistance, Judge Cedar? I'm George Hippo's solicitor, and what Mr. Marsbar is trying to say, in his own roundabout way, is that George is the dangerous person. Vis-a-vis, he's a hippo. You're not playing practical jokes on me, Inspector Hancock, or you will be sentenced for a contempt of court.
It's not me you want to worry about, Judge See-Through. It's George, and here he comes. 1 rule for yes, 2 rules for no.
Back, George. Get back. Stay in the witness box. Be Daddy's nice little boy. I think he's hungry. He's only had 10 melons.
Mr. Marsbar and Mr. Hancock, this is an animal. It is not a person, and therefore has no place in this court. Get him out, or I will call the police.
I'd call a zoo if I was you, mate. You know, with those big nets on the end of poles.
Oh, don't be nasty to him, Judge See-Through. You'll hurt George's feelings. He is a person after all.
No, he is not. Usher, remove the animal.
I'm afraid, Your Honour, I get scared playing Hungry Hippos with my nephew.
You just have to give him a fair hearing. George is a person. An American court has declared that hippos are people too.
Well, for a start, this is not an American court, is it?
But George is an American, Your Honour. I brought him over in a crate when he was young. If you start playing the Stars and Stripes, he gets up and dances around. Then he shows you his bottom.
Well, yes, now we've established that George Hippo is in fact a hippo, Your Honour. I request that he has every right to put his case forth and adhere to under quid pro quo. Yes, wait, no, listen. I can't put a case to him, Mr. Boss, because he is an animal. He can only communicate in grunts, and I am not fluent in grunting. Listen. Mr. Marsbar has a way of speaking to George. If you just let him have access to the beast for a few minutes. Yes, wait, no. All right, then, just this once. What on earth is he doing? It's like a mind meld in Star Trek, Judge Caesar. It was Dr. Spock. You've surely seen it on telly.
George wants to speak to you, Judge See-Through.
Very well, go on. Tell me what it is.
He wants to know what your favourite animal is.
It's a hamster, if you must know.
Oops, you've hurt his feelings. He's getting angry. Say hippos are your favourite.
Very well, if I must. George, my favourite animal is the hippo, of course.
No, like you mean it, Judge See-Through. He'll see that you're telling fibs.
right, Judge Caesar.
No, I am not. The bloody hippo is holding me hostage. This is all your fault, Hancock.
So, the trial has been postponed, has it, Hancock? Well, no. The case collapsed, as it happens. So, what exactly went on then? Unfortunately, Mr. Marsbar is not well enough to attend court, Sid, and George Hippo is too dangerous, so the case has been dismissed. So, what's going to happen to George then? Well, you know you said you wanted a pet for Christmas, Sid.